Hey everyone, I'm Alison Haislip with Nerd HQ 2013, and with me is Mr. Nerd HQ himself, Zachary Levi. Zach, congratulations, another year.
I just like being called Mr. Nerd HQ.
Mr. Nerd HQ.
That's fun. It's thank you. It's amazing. It's amazing that we're back for a third year by the skin of our teeth and miracles. And but really because, as much work as it is, and it's a crazy burden to take on every year, as you well know, because you've been with us on that journey. It's so fulfilling. At the end of the day, you've got, thousands of fans that get to interact in really intimate ways with their favorite celebrities, and offering those celebrities really fun ways to interact with their fans and raise thousands and thousands of dollars for Operation Smile, and and dance our butts off every night.
And this year is even bigger. I mean, I can't picture it getting bigger than this. We are in Petco Park.
I know.
We're in a baseball stadium.
Yeah, I joke that that somebody asked me, so what's the quickest way to lose your mind? I said, have an event at a baseball stadium.
Yep.
It is. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really another stop beyond this. I mean, this is our third venue in as many years. But just because we've been growing, and there's only so much, space that's available in downtown San Diego during Comic-Con, where you can do parties and panels and video games, And this is really, we were super blessed that the people at Petco Park were kind of like, hey, have you ever checked us out? Have you ever kind of looked at what we have to offer? Because you might be able to do it. And we came down, we did the tour, and we're like, you know what? Yeah, we could do this, we could do that. Dave, my partner, Dave Coleman, and Jeff Respress, are kind of, our event guru. We're able to kind of have the presence of mind to look at a section of stadium seating and say, hey, we could put an audience there. And I was like, yeah, oh my gosh, we could just build an artificial room, a stage around it, and control the light and control the sound and stream it to the world, and everyone has a cup holder.
See?
And it's amazing. So we just like any first year at a venue like the last two, there's little kinks here and there, but we're gonna work those out. And when we come back next year, God willing, we'll come back next year. It'll be here, and it'll be bigger and better than ever.
Right. I was just saying, I just took a tour through all of Nerd HQ, and one of my favorite parts about it is the fact that you're in the open air.
Yeah.
What are they called? The terminals?
Concourse.
Yeah, you're in the open air concourse. Terminals, whatever.
It's all airports / baseball stadium
but
terms.
you come to San Diego for Comic-Con, and you spend the
all
mass
your
majority of your
time,
time in the convention center.
under fluorescent
even where
lights
the other
and,
Nerd HQs were, they were indoors, and here
Yeah.
you actually get to enjoy Southern California weather while you get to enjoy your video games and celebrities and that kind of thing.
I mean, that's definitely one of the amazing things that San Diego Comic-Con has to offer. It's July in Southern California. It's beautiful, and when you're able to kind of give everybody an indoor-outdoor experience like that, obviously it can't all be outdoor. With video games, with screens, you need a good and controlled lighting environment because you don't want all that light bleeding onto the screens. I want people enjoying their video games.
Right.
And I know that as a gamer, sometimes you just need to go into a deep dark hole and close all of your blinds and be like, I'm getting into this. So we're able to protect all that in one area, but still give everybody breezy, sunlit, lounging, charge your phones, have some drinks, have some food. I mean, it's a nutty, crazy 4 days that in the middle of, sometimes I'm losing my mind, but I always feel so fulfilled at the end of. And that's because you just walk around for those 4 days, and again, because you're like family, and you have been a part of the Nerd Machine since our inception. But if you look at the looks on fans' faces when they're in these panels, and even after the panels or before the panels or at the parties or whatever, they're stoked. They're stoked to be here, and more people are becoming okay with missing out on passes to Comic-Con, which are so valuable and so hard to come by, and they sell out so fast. They at least have an alternative where they don't feel like they've missed out entirely, and we offer them something that's really fun, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I've told that to a lot of my friends that can't get passes to Comic-Con. I'm like, you should still come, because all of downtown San Diego is Comic-Con now.
Totally.
The entire convention's bled out
Yeah.
into the Gaslamp district,
Yeah.
and it's so cool. And I know that the businesses in this area, Comic-Con to them is the week that they make all the money to stay open the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much this does for San Diego, which is incredible.
It's a lot of money, people.
Yeah, that
It's
comes
a
through.
lot
But
of money.
it's so worth it. It's so fun. You don't feel like you're coming here and everyone's like throwing out dough. It's like such a good community.
Yeah, it really
you know?
is. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about Comic-Con is that, you know, nerd culture is an incredibly embracing, loving, kind, you know, as militant as people might get when they're arguing the differences or merit between Star Wars and Star Trek, when they're all dressed up in their cosplay, nobody's fighting each other, nobody's attacking one another. Everybody's cool.
Except for that one incident.
Except for that
with
with the pencil to the eye. That was gnarly.
That is a scar on Comic-Con
That's
forever.
A scar on the decorum of Comic-Con. But you know, it's a really lovely place and full of lovely people, and I think that you know, as somebody who's been blessed enough to have a career in Hollywood and be a part of something like Chuck that got such a great fan following, I just think it's important as entertainers that we commune with our fans on some level, you know, and continue to foster those relationships. And so selfishly, I get a lot out of this myself. It's we raise a ton of money for charity. We get to sell, you know, we do the most merch sales we do for Nerd Machine throughout the year, which is part of the reason why we did it. It was like, how do we? Yeah, that's right. Or my Japanese nerd otaku right here.
That's awesome.
I know, I love it.
That's such a good idea.
Thanks. But really, you know, it's really about the fans. I've always thought Comic-Con is about the fans. If you're not coming down here to somehow engage with them, then why come down? Right. You know, there's 150,000 of them. That's why you come, and that's why I've geared Nerd HQ mainly for them, because I want them to feel like, wow, this was like super special and this was for us.
And you guys have a really special big event planned at the end of this, well, I guess it's technically at the end of 3 days, but what do you have going on Saturday night? Because I was really excited to hear about this.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Saturday night, so we have a baseball stadium. So
right?
What are you going to do with the baseball stadium? And originally, I've always wanted to do live music down at San Diego Comic-Con, and we never really had the space to do it. And then I was like, oh my God, we got a baseball stadium. But doing a concert, even one night, let alone many nights, which is what I wanted to do, is very, very, very expensive. However, Dave and Tej were like, you know what? What if we did, like, you know, because a lot of people do these outdoor movie screenings now, and it's like, yes, perfect. So, and because Nathan Fillion and Joss Whedon and Alan Tudyk and, you know, that whole world of Firefly has been so good to us, and we love them so much, we were like, we should do a screening of Serenity in the middle of Petco Park and just have people buy tickets, and, you know, and the proceeds go to Operation Smile, and, you know, bring blankets and bring some food, and we're going to be selling beer and food and everything, and people just get to chill in the middle of a baseball stadium and watch Serenity, which I will be there, obviously, watching it alongside all of them. And we've got, you know, some special guests that'll be doing a little like intro commentary and stuff. So we're really excited about that.
And how great is it that Petco lets you do that?
Petco is, yeah.
The important thing about a baseball stadium is the grass.
Yeah.
It's like, unless you are a player, you are not allowed on the grass, and everyone gets to camp out on the grass.
Literally from day one, Petco has been an incredible partner in all of this, and so I thank them tremendously. They've been very flexible. You know, obviously it's a stadium, and they also know that we're a very respectful and responsible tenant. But we were thrilled at the idea that we could actually get on the grass. I mean, just, you know, as a kid growing up loving baseball, it's like, I get to walk on baseball grass. This is real baseball grass. But then to kind of repurpose it and have a picnic on it and watch a movie on it, it's just so much fun. So hopefully we'll be utilizing that for years to come in a lot of different ways, continuing to be respectful and responsible of it.
Okay, so tell people, anyone can come on down here, right?
Anyone can come to please, you should. It's a free event. There are only very specific things that you need to pay money for, and fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of those are already sold out. So, but there still are some panel tickets that are on sale right now. NTSF Children's Hospital was kind enough to bring both their casts together to do a panel for us. I think there's still a few tickets left for that. Off the top of my head, I couldn't even tell you what a lot of everything else. Go to the website. Go to thenerdmachine.com. Our Conversations for a Cause link, click that. You'll see. and you'll see everything that's still available. And it's $20 a pop. It's not, or 22 with the processing fee or whatever. And it's all for charity. Every penny goes to charity. There's still some tickets left for the Serenity screening. But all day, every day, it's all free. You can come in, you can play video games, you can buy some drinks, buy some food. We want this to be, I wanted to call it HQ because I like the idea of it being like the treehouse, the clubhouse, like where people can kind of come and get away and decide, okay, what are we going to do with the rest of our day? Oh, there's that panel that we're going to go to at Comic-Con, or then there's that Godzilla thing we're going to go to, or hey, we're going to spend the rest of our time at Nerd HQ because you should. We got charging stations, we got big comfy chairs and couches, charging stations. And then once the daytime passes, we've got parties all night long. So come and dance, come and enjoy yourself. I mean, that was one of the biggest motivating factors for making Nerd HQ was I wanted a dance party, and nobody made any. Nobody
Zach
had any
wanted
dance.
his own party.
I just wanted a party, because it was always like me and Joss Whedon and Felicia Day huddled around one
That
speaker
sounds like a
at
terrible
EW.
party.
It was a pretty great little dance party, but there was only 3 of us, and I was like,
Right.
why isn't nobody just say we're gonna dance all night long? So I said, well, forget it. I'll do it, and we do it every night.
And if your friends don't want to, then leave your friends behind.
Because
Because if your friends don't dance, then they're no friends of mine.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
To be a friend of Nerd HQ, you better dance.
So yeah, it's come. It's fun, and it's free for the most part. And anything you're spending money on is worth it. So don't even worry about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sitting down with us. 'Cause I
Absolutely.
know that you are swamped all day, every day.
Yeah,
at
I
these
actually got to go
things.
intro Seth Green right now. We have a panel right
yeah,
now.
maybe you should go do that.
Love
Cool. Love you too.